Welcome back to Jam Games. I recorded the last two parts of Puppet Play earlier, and I still had time to record other stuff, so I'm recording Jam Games again. This is Antidote of Immortality, another game that I'm playing in browser, and whether or not I crop the screen will be depending on whether I feel like it later. It's apparently a visual novel, but it has controls. It move with arrow keys and fire with Z key. I don't know what that means. Also, this game has multiple endings. Might not go back and find that, or I might. Who knows? Hey, Nicole, let's get started, shall we? I have to hit. I have to press the enter button. Sure, Marissa, I can't wait to go back to being a normal dog again. We gotta be careful, though. Your girl can teleport nearby people to hell, after all. Yeah, I still don't know how that works. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out together soon. That fat fucking snake. Look at it. Let's start with finding a way to remove it from your body. Inoko toyed around with the rope around her neck. It looks just like an ordinary rope, yet for some reason Inoko couldn't take it off. Just so you know, I've tried cutting it apart myself before. But nope, the thing's tough as nails. It's like made of that Lunarian rope bullshit that's literally unbreakable or something. Maybe it's designed to prevent you from specifically from taking it off yourself. If I'm the one doing the cutting, maybe things will change. Marissa took out a saw blade from her desk. It's about the size of her face. The saw blade's edge shined under the sunlight. Let's try out Notori's newest saw blade. Whoa, I know I'm immortal right now, but even that will make me uncomfortable. Marissa plugged the saw blade into a generator, also made by Notori. It made a buzzing noise. Just in case, I've also got myself medicine from errands. Haha, I guess it's nice to feel mortal for once. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Say goodbye to immortality. Here I am in hell. Yet again. Before I die. Yet again. Mario warned me about this. I never listened to Mario. I should listen to Mario more. Not again. Nothing but fire and brimstone. It's sure as hell, though. Sammy's already tired of fighting me, so she's been letting me take this shortcut out of hell lately. There's no time to waste, so just have to blast through it at full speed. Right. So tagged as visual novel. This is gameplay. It's very clearly gameplay. I feel like the visual novel tag in these games... The visual novel tag in these jam games is just... wrong, sometimes. Enter. Hit enter button. It's confusing, because in a lot of games the shoot button is the same as the advanced dialogue button, but this time it's not. Anyway, I was expecting to play a visual novel, now I'm playing a shooty shoot game. When was the last time I played a shooty shoot game? I don't know. But apparently I die in one hit, so I need to not get hit. Goal here. Is this Suika's theme? I think, or is it Marissa's theme? I don't know. Those two kind of blend together. Also, apparently, you know, the Suika's theme was apparently supposed to be Sanai's theme at some point, and Sun just changed it. "10 years have passed. Marissa's approach was quite physical at first. She even got Yuma to try cutting the rope with her sword, but still no luck. Gradually, though, she realized that this jeweled rope can withstand just about everything in Tokyo. Knowing this, she changed her methods lately. Man, you age rather gracefully, don't you, Marissa? Hey, Noko, long time no see. Let's get started, shall we? Just sit over there. Alright. Marissa flipped through the pages of a heavy-looking book. Seems to be some kind of ancient encyclopedia. Marissa has been trying to discover the origins of Inoko's jewel. The encyclopedia Marissa is holding is said to have records on all sorts of magical stones. Even the 5 magical stones themselves. She's even used it to reverse engineer Patchley's spell cards before. Say, why do you want to be mortal anyway? Being an immortal dog frolicking in the forest of magic till the end time doesn't sound that bad to me. It's more boring than you'd think. So, you're so bored that you'd rather die? Marisa put her book and looked at Inoko. You're just about the only immortal person who thinks like that, you know. No, Marisa, I don't think she is. That is a false statement. I think there's another character that you know that thinks very similarly to that. Maybe if I were an immortal human, I might actually be able to enjoy immortality, but I'm just a dog. Just because I'm immortal now doesn't mean I can think like a human all of a sudden. Is that so? I guess I wouldn't know how dogs think. Haha, trust me, you wouldn't want to know. Anyway, I think I found a weak spot in this jewel. Maybe I could really break it apart this time. Marisa took out a needle from her desk. It better work. And we're back at Hill. All the books are out of Apaches. Still no good. Just have to try again. You know, the whole borrowing books until you die thing kind of loses its weight when you're clearly not aging, Marisa, and you're clearly gonna live forever at this rate. You know, I joked about this at first, but it would be really funny. There was just a fucking, if all of a sudden in a Touhou game, someone was like, by the way, the whole, fact that characters aren't aging thing, I'm making that an incident now that's been going on the whole time. Plot twist. Called the Simpsons incident. It's caused by Homer Simpson. When he accidentally made the nuclear power plant go out. And it caused a giant nuclear explosion that turned it into Fallout 7. And it's affected the consortium. To be the Simpsons time. Yes. Which is why I have so many characters that sound like Seymour. It's all connected. "15 more years have passed. Marisa has conducted countless experiments over the years, trying to understand the jewel's properties. It's become clear that this jewel is invented by the leader of Hell, Zanbu herself, so finding information on it is impossible. And of course, Zanbu wouldn't tell her the solution. I have gain glasses. Let's get to work, shall we? It's been 25 years. If I were you, I'd give it up a long time ago. Still too early to admit defeat, you know. Learned a lot these 25 years, even if it's just knowing that what doesn't work. Do you find this fun? Kinda. What about it? I've been thinking, maybe you're more suited for immortality than I am. Become immortal, you have all the time in the world to do this kind of research. For animals like me, it's just an eternity of doing nothing of note. You're not the first person to tell me that, you know. To tell the truth, I already know how to become immortal. The theory behind it isn't that hard after all, and on top of that, I've also figured out eternal youth. Then why don't you become immortal? Your magician friends seem like they enjoy their immortal lives a lot, after all. Oh boy, choices. I mean, the first thing doesn't sound like something Marisa would say. So. Like Reimu or Inosuke, I don't want to live forever and forget about them. I see. These are what the Buddhists would call worldly attachments, right? Anyway, for today's experiment, I'll inject impurity to your jewel and see how it'd react. Hopefully it'll make you impure again, making you immortal. Let's hope this time it'll work out. God damn it. Another miss, huh? Wonder if I'll be able to crack open Inako's jewel before I die. Or maybe it's really a mystery not meant to be solved by mortals. That Zamu sure is cruel, huh? As expected from the King of Hell. Should I really become immortal? Flying again. Why is the shot different? What? Yeah, this is just a different shot. Covers less screen real estate. It's because Marisa's getting old. She's getting worse at this. You know, always funny about these Touhou stories about immortality, where you just gotta think, man, it sure is convenient that the character who's smart enough to create an immortality potion apparently can't create a cure for it for any of these stories. Because that's what Erin is. She's a plot device. She's smart as she needs to be, and then isn't as smart as you need her to be. Here I am again. I'm not very good at dodging things. Been wearing this cat ear style bow for 25 years. You know, it may not look like it since I wear the same outfit all the time, but I actually have a lot of different clothes. They're just all the same. It's like the intro to the Baby Movie, where Barry B. Benson, he gets out his QC's closet. It's all the same thing as every Touhou character. I mean, when you think about it, like how, you know, nobody else knows how the Gensokyo economy works. I assume most characters just kind of have to make their own clothes. So they kind of just, they get good at making one type of clothes, and then they just make a bunch of copies of that. Or maybe they have like replication magic, where it's easy to replicate the same clothes, but it's not easy to make more clothes. I don't know. Significantly more difficult than the previous stage was. "20 more years have passed. Marisa hasn't aged well. Every time she got warped to hell, she had to fight her way out of there, and it's only gotten harder and harder. But she isn't as young anymore. Meanwhile, Inoko is still immortal. Getting wrinkles, Inoko. It's been a while, isn't it? I've brought peaches this time. Here, have some. Thank you. I don't eat sweet food as often as before, but I guess once in a while it's fine. I've heard that old humans have really bland diets to keep themselves healthy. But Marisa, if you don't want to die, couldn't you just become immortal instead? Dying in pain is a lot worse than you think. Yeah, that does sound pretty horrible. When I become mortal again, I've decided that I'll take my own life right away. Maybe I'll be able to reincarnate as a human. Hey now, don't waste your life like that. Aha, a dog's life is only worth so much. That attitude, you'll just end up wasting your life as a human anyway. You're the one to talk. You've been helping me for 45 years, and we're still getting nowhere. Kind of feel bad saying this, but it's kind of a waste of time, don't you think? The decisions I've made as a young girl all these years before, I still believe in them, including this one. Helping out a friend like you is the right thing to do, after all. Even if it's all for nothing. I wouldn't call it all for nothing. Hanging out with you has been pretty fun, after all. Anyway, let's get down to business. It's time I invented a new spell that might be able to invert the cleansing property in a jewel. Let's give it a try. Alright. 3, 2, 1, take this! No luck this time. At this point, it's getting harder to crawl out of hell on my own. Shamu was specifically told not to escort me, apparently. It's as if Zamu want me to give up. What a bitch. But I won't. I made up my mind a long time ago. This isn't gonna get so hard that I literally can't win, is it? I don't know. Once upon a time, there was a Pac. His name was Pac-Man. He went through the endless mazes over and over again. Through so many levels. Till eventually, he got so far in that the universe itself ceased to function. I need to focus on dodging things, or I will die, and then I will have to go back to the beginning. That would be very bad. Yes. Alright, concentrate, Marisas. You can do this. Maybe. Maybe. long as you go the opposite direction. Man, I'm gonna have to play EOSD again at some point. When I actually, like, finish the covers, which at this point is going to take months because I still haven't worked on my Link's theme yet. I need to do that. Am I stuck? I might be. I might be stuck. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I guess I'll try to beat it as Reimu A again. Because apparently I can beat that game easier as Reimu A than Reimu B. Because, you know, I tried to beat it as Reimu B when I got footage for those, Touhou edits, and I couldn't beat the game. And you don't want to play as Marisa because she's going to kill the boss too fast, and having the boss die really fast kind of defeats the whole point of the whole cover video thing. God damn it! Alright, so you don't do that. What do I do then? I keep dying at the same spot. And now my right foot is falling asleep. It's falling asleep! My right foot is asleep. It's not good, but I'm trying to concentrate. Now my fucking foot's asleep! I got a good amount of sleep last night. I don't know why my foot feels the need to take a nap. It's a joke, because your foot's not actually sleeping. No, I think it has to do with blood circulation or something. No, I'm not a doctor. Come on! And this is how the 20-minute games turn into the 45-minute games. Yes. You're not good at the video games, no. But seriously, this visual novel tagging thing, is this like an itch thing? Like, can you not tag multiple things? Because yeah, parts of this are a visual novel, but there's clearly enough of this fucking game that's not a visual novel, so I wouldn't consider it just a visual novel. But they just get slapped with the visual novel thing anyway, and it makes my expectations for what I'm going to play very confusing. Because, you know, when I saw visual novel, I was mentally ready for visual novel. I wasn't mentally ready for I'm gonna have to dodge the shooty shoots now. Marisers. Almost done. This is the last time I have to do this, right? You're not gonna make me do this again. No. I'm just not gonna die of old age, right? I'm not gonna have to watch that again. Okay, no, she's just dead now. Marisa has spent almost her entire life trying and failing to help Inako. Yet she does not regret it a single bit. Inako finally relented. She put Marisa into suffering for long enough. Her ability to control all traps naturally included this jewel she had eaten to become immortal. It was Zanbu's trap, but she could control it as well. She could have removed it from herself any time, but she instead used it as an excuse to trap Marisa's attention. She was once an overseer, watching Marisa grow up from afar from the thickets of the forest magic, but with this jewel she had entered Marisa's daily life, closer than any of Marisa's other friends, giving her the attention she had always desired. Although it may be a little too late, she decided to remove the protection around her jewel, bringing it into the charade. It's the most humane thing she could do, or so she thought. Marisa rests in peace, while Inoko continues to oversee her grave. Is it to make up for her actions, or is she simply just that attached to Marisa? She's not sure either. She only knows that doing so makes her feel human. I mean, it's only been 20 minutes. Do I go through the whole game again to see the other endings? Might as well. I will walk 1,000 miles just to keep this dog happy. I'm pretty sure everything the game just said. I don't think that that's made up. I don't know. Can Inoko get rid of her immortality? I don't know at any time. I don't know. All right, I'm doing this again. because I want to see the other endings. I kind of wish there was an option to just kind of skip this if I've done this before, you know? Or if there was like a save feature or something. Almost died at the earliest possible incarnation of the stage. She flies again. Okay. Give me a decision. Not the Pokemon move. It's not a very good move. Decision. I don't remember what it does. Just remember it's not very good. How many times do I do this before the first decision shows up? I don't know. The things I do for the Bear-Trap Dog. She fly. Oh, I guess, should I mention this? Yeah, this wasn't actually the first jam game I got at random, but I got a different one, and I started recording it, and I decided not to finish recording it, because, it was one of those, like, visual novel type games where if you choose the wrong ending, you get a game over. But the problem is, when I got a game over, it wouldn't let me go back to the menu, so the only way I could, like, continue the game would be to, like, close it and open it up again. And, you know, with my recording the way it is, that ends my recording, so, like, I decided to just not record that game, because that would mean every time I made a wrong decision, I'd basically have to restart the recording and stitch it together, and I just didn't feel like doing that. Give me a decision. I don't know what I do with all the free time. I wouldn't know either, but humans always manage to have fun one way or another. Surely you'll figure it out somehow. Anyway. Flying through the sky, the Marisa. Oh, she's not really in the sky. I guess she technically is. She's a couple inches off the ground, considering flying through the sky. Not really. There's also another game I tried to play like a couple weeks ago that like I played for a couple minutes and then like it glitched and I kind of like soft locked myself. I didn't feel like playing through the whole thing again, so I just stopped the recording and never uploaded it. So yeah, you know, 122 games in this list, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna play all 122 of them or make a video out of it. There might be a few. There's already been 2. Or it didn't end up. I didn't finish the video. I'm doing this a second time. I don't think I'm gonna do this a third time. Because this has been going on for a while. Am I gonna have time for another jam game at this rate? I don't know. I'd like to. Again. Recording on it. Being able to record on a Friday, but I don't know when I'll be able to record again. Not until probably Wednesday. Right, pay attention so I don't pick the wrong thing. I guess you're right, but it's too late to give up now. Yeah, if you stopped here, all these years would have been a waste. Anyway, yep. There doesn't seem to be that much of a dialogue difference. It's like one line of dialogue, and I guess the real difference will be in the ending, I guess. But hey, this has been a game with Inoko as the main character, and so far she has not made any handshake jokes. How about that? Right. Okay, that's normally the part where I fuck up. So I didn't. So I just need to do good. Yep. Do good. Johnny, be good. Johnny! Alright, I went through the wall. I'm not gonna complain because that allowed me to dodge the thing. There's still more. I have red hair now. Oh, hi, Noko. What? You look so young. Yep, I decided to give up on my humanity and become immortal. Why? I realized at this rate I would die before I got to figure out your jewel. Pretty horrible of me to kick the bucket after all that. And besides, you were right. About what? If I learned from Alice and Patchy, I might be able to enjoy immortality somehow. It's a pretty good deal, all things considered. Besides, I've outlived all my mortal friends already. Anyway, let's get to work. My newest spell can inject impurity at a much higher rate than my old tools could. Give it a shot. No good this time, huh? No worries, I have all the time in the world now. Come on, come at me, denizens of hell. I'll blast you into smithereens. I got the big old laser again. Oh, so she becomes immortal and she gains red hair. Is there deeper meaning to that? What do you see? The pits of hell are also red. It's not the end of the level. It's just a big fire part that looks at like the fire part at the end. That it does. So many bullets. They go across the screen. Should probably stop doing that before I run into a bullet. Would not be good if I ran into a bullet. Right, this is the Marisa theme, right? Get there eventually, Marisers. Get there eventually. There we go. Marisa, now immortal, has all the time in the world to cure Inoko's immortality. But for Inoko, this means her plan has been ruined. The immortal human shall live a more fulfilling life than she ever could. And in that human's heart, the space she takes up will gradually become smaller and smaller. Inoko removed the protection on her jewel secretly, allowing Marisa to successfully remove it, one of her attempts, and then she vanished from the forest of magic, away from the immortals. Foreseeing their lives reminds her of how mundane and motionless her own is. Ending B. Farewell, human. Right. I'm not going through all that for ending A because I'm not sure how to do that. Because it could be you choose A in the first one or B in the second one, and then A in the second, or A. It could be A, B. So there's only two options, right? So it could be A, B, B, A. It's not A or A or B, B, but it could be either of those, and I don't want to choose the wrong one and waste all the time. So there you go. I showed two of the endings off. But yeah, that was that. I should have time for one more recording today. But whatever that is, I'll see you then. Bye.